We're officially doing our job. So before we got into the session, it seems some times have been made. Devil's Latifi going fastest with a 132.4. Lone Wolf, who we're currently riding on spectating, with a 132.9. Lucas with a 133.2. And Hamburger with a 135.4. Lit is in the pits and Salt is on his outlap at the moment. Track is the already damaged Salt and Kepper. Devil's Latifi just went fastest with a 131 dead. That's quite impressive. Salt is going for a lap without a front wing. That is interesting. Very interesting indeed. So we'll ride on board with him for a bit, see what happens. Salt did go fastest in Sector 1, though. We have a yellow flag on the straight of Sector 2. It looks like an Aston Martin of Jung is spinning in the middle of the track. Let's see how... Oh, he gets out of the way of Salt very, very easily. He's driving quite well for someone without a front wing. We have yellow flags on the main straight. Looks like possibly caused by a Ferrari. Lone Wolf is out of the session. Retired. Salt and Kepper goes second fastest with a 131.1. These times are looking a little slow compared to what we saw last week. But they are fairly average. A 130 is considered good. 136 is the times esports drivers are making. And 128, 129-ish was the fastest time of the last lap. Next across the line will be Salt and Kepper again. Does he improve? He goes fastest with a 130.9. Lucas also has joint most race starts at 14. So he's the most experienced one out of everyone. Oh, we do have Salt. Salt also has 6 podiums. Lucas is off the track. Devils is doing a how long can my tires last challenge. Which is going to be interesting. Do we have any stats on Devils? It doesn't look like it. So some stats about other drivers. The most wins out of Golden Racing League goes to Marcy and Ferrari. Podiums, the top 3 are Lucas with 6, Salt with 6, and Marcy with 5. Most points ever gained throughout the series is also Marcy with Ferrari. We only have one Drivers' Champion for Season 1. Season 2 is not ended, and that is also Marcy. In terms of poles, Lucas has 6 pole positions, Marcy has 5. And they both have the same amount of starts. In terms of position gains, Daz takes the lead with 18. Then it's Wolf with 17. Ark with 16. Awizzy with 12. Mies with 11. Ferrin with 11. Lul with 7. Marshallah with 7. Gaming Bulls with 6. Lacking Game with 6. Salt with 4. Marcy with 4. Lucas with 4. Chicken with 1. And Worm with 1. In terms of retirements, Chicken has the most with 4. Then Lucas with 3. Marshallah with 3. Lul with 3. Gaming Bulls with 3. And Awizzy with 2. That's all the stats I decided to write down. And Salt and Kepper goes fastest out of everyone through Sector 2. Lucas has come into the pits, probably for fresh tyres. Salt and Kappa goes across the line and still goes faster with a 1:30.8, which is faster than his previous time. Lucas is starting his flying lap now. He's done an out lap and an invalidated lap, which means his tyres will probably be less than optimal at this moment in time as he goes out on his out lap. For more information about the track, it's obviously Bahrain. A pit time around this lap is typically expected to be around 15 seconds from pit entrance to pit exit if you do a good job. We have a slow-moving Ferrari up ahead. Let's see if that will affect Lucas at all. The answer is no. The Ferrari dips off the track entirely to let him past. I did not switch to an onboard camera. Just so you know. Going down the straight. Woohoo. Around these high-speed corners. Fun fact, you can actually go wide around that corner and it wouldn't invalidate your lap time. Which is interesting. Lucas did a 1:07 through that middle sector, which puts him off fastest pace. Which signals he might not be improving. Devils has spun. Salt and Kappa crosses the line with a 1:29.8 going fastest of all. Followed by Lucas, who does not improve. And then Devils, who we witnessed spin. So we're going to watch this guy. Because he is doing a how long can my tyres last challenge, apparently. We have yellow flags. It looks like a slow-moving McLaren, which is Salt and Kappa with his absent front wing. Devils has resorted to playing Tokyo Drift very poorly in a Formula 1 car. Yellow flags in Sector 1 caused by this Ferrari spinning out through that section. What are these two doing? I have no idea. According to radios, Latifi has a puncture. Oh, he does. I wonder which tyre is punctured. Got to be a rear. Yep, his rear left. This is going to be great for the sake of the... I forgot the words. The highlights. There we go. Driving with a puncture seems to be proven to be quite difficult for Latifi here. He's definitely going to spin around that corner. Wasn't as bad as any of his others, though. Great camera, guys. The curb cam. I'm assuming he's going to come into the pits now. Yep. Does Salt improve on his time? He does with a 1:29.8. Lucas does not improve with a 1:30. Ooh, they're actually going wheel-to-wheel racing. Lucas has invalidated. They're going wheel to wheel in the preseason practice session. This is exciting. And we still have Lit, who is yet to leave the pits. Devil's Latifi is working his way out of the pits, it looks like, with a fresh set of tires. These two are going wheel to wheel. This is just a precursor to what we might see in Season 3. Sultan Kepper went so far off track but has not invalidated? Interesting. Looks like they are both coming into the pits as well. We're talking about that front wing now. So Latifi is on the softs. You can see their best time, their best tires. So Sultan Kepper managed to place his time with 3-lap-old mediums. Lucas with 4-lap-old mediums. Latifi with 13-lap-old mediums. Lone Wolf did 2-lap-old mediums. And Hamburger did 2-lap-old hards. Lit still yet to leave the pits. You have a caution in Sector 1. It's, again, Salt and Lucas. But that doesn't matter. Question is, does Devil's Latifi improve? He went fastest of all in the middle sector, so I assume the answer to my question of, is Latifi improving? The answer is, obviously, a yes. Let's see, as he crosses the line and does a 130.5. Oh no, Sultan Kepper goes even faster with a 128.9. Okay, I am officially back. I'm standing up now. For fun. So, it looks like Lit went fastest of all in Sector 1. Just going to adjust my mic a little bit more. 1 second. There we go, that's better. So I'm now standing up. I made my cup of tea. Maybe Lit knew something the other drivers didn't. Maybe that's the fact. The track improves as other people are driving on it. Going around the final corner now. In his Visa Cash App Racing, whatever the fuck they're called now. Sorry about my language. Lit goes 4th fastest with a 132.4. Does he improve overall though? He improves on his time. He did a 130.0, which is an improvement on his previous time. Sultan Kepper's going to cross the line now, and does not improve with a 134.0. Next person to cross the line is going to be Lucas again, who's gone so far off the track, but does not invalidate, which is interesting, if you ask me. Now he's gone off the track again. And so has Sultan Kepper. Also, you can now get beached in the gravel if you're not careful enough. Lucas has come into the pits. Salt is actually on his out lap. And he comes into the pits. Salt and Cap is going to be the next one to cross the line. With a 128.722. Improving on his own lap time. Making himself harder to beat. Salt and Kappa is having a skill issue. The Ferrari's gone off as well. Salt and Kappa comes into the pits, the Ferrari is off. Lit's going to be the next one to cross the line with a time. And across the line goes Lit. Does he improve on his time? He does by 9/10. And he goes second fastest with a 128.9. It's a good time. He's not going to be stuck in traffic. Lit is coming out of the pits. Lucas will not be participating. So the only other one left will be Salt, who is not exiting the pits. Locking up into turn 3 is never a good thing. Here comes Salt and Kappa out of the pits now. All 3 remaining drivers are on track. Devils goes fastest out of everyone today in Sector 1 in the closing stages of the session. Let's see if he can hold that momentum throughout the whole lap and go fastest of all. And then hold that. It does look like Devils will have the time to go again. The other 2 will not have the time for second lap. So, Devils comes across the line. He sets a 129.2, which is faster than his previous lap, but not fastest overall. He goes across the line. He does not improve. He sets a 28.7. Up next is Salt and Kappa. Crossing the line, and he improves with a 128.5 as the session comes to an end. Final person is going to be Devils, but as we all know, it looks like he is currently backing down. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Going into the final corner. I don't think he improved. The Devils Latifi places third place with his last lap was a 1:30.1, it looks like. So here's the times. Salt and Kappa with a 1:28.5. Lit just behind by 2/10 with a 1:28.7. Latifi in third with a 1:29.2. Lucas in fourth with a 1:30.0, but he left early. Lone Wolf with a 1:32.5, but he retired, and Hamburger with a 1:35.4, but he also retired. So that is actually going to be it.